Oh, hi, buddy. I'm sorry it's so cold out here. I think about you 100 times a day and check often to make sure you're doing good. Hi. I see you in your bed area. He's only been here for a few minutes and he has to warm it up when he gets on it. His little area. Oh, I scared you. I'm sorry. Please come back. I'm not putting food anywhere else but right there. You come back up and eat where your feet can stay warm. Although I do now see the chicken over here, so I guess I'm going to have to put some food down over it. Move one of the bowls over there. Stripe's out here somewhere. Marty's in the house. Everybody's good. Watching the snow totals climb for this weekend. Hi, buddy. Come here. Morris, come on. Come on, Morris. I don't want to go in the house because I got to do your water. Well, let me go in for a minute. He's liable to come. He's liable to come back if I walk away for a minute. I didn't mean to scare him, darn it. Yeah, I'm just really feeling the cold this morning. It feels worse to me for some reason. I don't know why. The area near the hose reel on the side of the house, where Ruby backs out into, is just a solid sheet of ice still. And there's no way to get it off really without chemicals, and I'm not putting chemicals down. But it's not fun. Don tried to remove a little bit of snow to ice down there to make it easier to walk from the sidewalk under the house where the plants are yesterday. He worked on it really hard, but it just wasn't happening. It's not looking like we're going to get any melt before we get the snow this weekend, and they're talking anywhere between 3 and 8 inches now. I'm not going to hold them to it. I just, you know, they're doing all of the, well, this could happen and this could happen and this could happen, and, you know, the closer we get, the more sure we'll be. And yeah, I get it. There's the probabilities of snow on Saturday, though, are like over 90% now, I think. So we're going to get a little snow. They're saying it's going to be exceptionally dry, puffy snow. So it'll take up more space, but it won't be you should be able to blow it off with the Ego blower. So we'll see. So Dawn and I are headed to the gym. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I don't know where the day went. I've been talking to friends and Dawn about the S&X stuff. I'm still not ready to film a long segment on it yet. I did yesterday's video. I have a Guardian Angel board meeting from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the community center where we're going. So Dawn is going to come back and get me. We waited for this Model 3. We just felt like, there's a little why. We felt like we needed to wait. It's not a Tesla.
Yeah, that was a
fake out.
Yeah.
Oh, they've already resalted the roads. Anyway, Dawn's just going to come back and get me.
Yes.
So we could go in one car. Ruby's side is a little icy. I think I could have got out of the driveway, but I don't want to, I don't know. Dawn's just going to come back and get me.
That's what I planned all along.
Yeah, no sense taking 2 cars up here to the community center. Don's going to work a little late. He kind of didn't have time to go again with me again today, but when he realized I wasn't going to be around and he'd just work a little later, then he said, screw it, I'm just going to go to the gym anyway, so that's good. This is a strategic planning session. That's why the board meeting is so long. They're feeding us. Don's doing a sardine fast today.
I'm doing a sardine.
After your other fast, real 48-hour no food fast, he's eating sardines today.
Just eating sardines.
Yeah, it's kind of a thing. You can look it up as to why people might do it. Certainly, you know, every once in a while is not going to hurt anything.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else was I going to say? Looking like snow. The dot is, NC dots in the town are treating it like snow. The current thing is like, what did Ethan put in his chart at NC Weather Authority? By the way, there's another person now that's named their thing very similar to his, trying to edge in on his stuff. I think that's lousy. So make sure if you're looking at it, it's the right page and it's really Ethan. talking, the NC State grad student meteorologist. And I think it's somewhere between 5 and 8 is likely. I'm hearing talk about pockets of dry air and breaks in the precipitation, but like not down to we're not having an event. So is it the difference between 3 inches and 8 inches? So we get 5? I don't know. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Over under 1 inch. I take the under.
Yeah. I didn't end up having time to do Lego, which before I left, which I would have liked to have done a bag or two, but it was more important to me to finish up the video than it was the other. And I guess you're caught up. I know everybody wants to hear what we're doing about the announcement about the S and the X going away. And
we're going to do something.
And FSD not being sold anymore, and only subscription. And so anyway, we're in complicated talks behind here. Kyle called and talked to me for a minute yesterday after he filmed his video about it. That was very nice of him, and we had a little chat. Not too deep decision making, but a little bit. Let's get a hint. Kyle agrees with me that Marianne without Ruby is sort of, can't let Ruby go. I think that I'll just leave that little snippet there. Can't let Ruby go doesn't mean other things aren't happening.
That's right.
Everybody apparently wants to know what you think about Elon announcing that the S and the X are going away. So I'm going to zip my lips over here since they care about what you think, and I'm going to let you tell us.
Well, obviously, the S and the X, especially the S, that's what started everything. So it's sort of like, at this point, the need for maybe that high-end car probably is not as great. Certainly, I can understand as a stockholder the sales volumes of those two vehicles is not very high. And that real estate that he's talking about reusing for Optimus, obviously that could be big. In other words, again, as a stockholder, I guess I see the point. But as a Tesla person or a Tesla driver, I'm going to miss the S, and I'm damn sure going to miss the X, because, we love our X, and I would consider now I would consider an S. I think I can deal with getting in and out of it. The only reason I didn't get an S to start with all those years ago was I just didn't like having to duck my head to get in and out of it. It's like the Model 3. That was bad. But who knows? It keeps you young and flexible, I guess. So I guess I wish they wouldn't have done it. Let me just say it that way. Or at least not now. Obviously a year from now I might have a different opinion, but or been a little bit more positive towards it. But at this point, I'm just going to accept Elon knows what he's doing. I trust Elon, so I'm going to say, okay, and we will do our purchases accordingly. In other words, we've got to decide exactly what we're going to do. I think at this point we're still talking, but I'm encouraged.
Did I hear Don say he would consider an S? Did I hear him say that?
You want to S? We get S.
Okay, I'm having a lot more sentiment and emotional feeling toward this decision than Don obviously is. But there are a lot of women X drivers out there. I don't know. And I'm very passionate about you.
That's right.
And everything else that I care about, like 110%. So here's what I'm thinking. I didn't want to have to make the decision about what to do right now. Like next year. Like I just wanted to postpone that decision. Yeah. So I'm put out about having to make it. Unless someone at Tesla can tell me that every S and X that comes off the line is losing money for the company. Even as a stockholder, I think it's crap that they're getting rid of them. I think they're still making some money for the company. Is it as big as Optimus or as big as these other opportunities? Maybe it's not. But unless it's losing money, I think don't do that. I think there's a good story for keeping them around. He was playing with his Velcro. Just like a good little boy should.
A good little boy. That's
That's
right.
exactly. You know, I want the X to stay around because I always want to drive an X and I want to be able to replace the X when I want to replace it. So it being gone. Plus, it's all Elon's fault because he told me it was a Fabergé egg of cars. Yep. I love everything about my car. And now he wants to take it away. So I'm mad and sad and a little disappointed. I want an Optimus, and I will be begging Don to get an Optimus just as soon as we can afford one. And it shows real value to us at our home for things I want it to do as I get older. And I think there's going to be a real value, a real purchase case there, okay? Because we are getting older. But I was pretty mad, like maybe I never want an Optimus robot again mad yesterday after I heard they were going to build Optimus on the S and the X line. That's BS. We got gigafactory space all over the place. We don't need the S and the X part of the line to build Optimus. You can't convince me otherwise. Especially with what they were talking about spending on new investments for the coming year. I'm not sold that that's a reason. So somebody on X today said, well, Elon was just talking to the Saudis and, you know, Lucid would be really great if they had the FSD software and stuff. Well, if Lucid somehow got the FSD software and I'm not buying into that, I won't be driving a Lucid anyway. Okay. Nothing wrong with it. It doesn't look stylish to me. I'm not interested in it. So, and the Roadster's not going to be a car for me. And all you people on X cheering that the X is going away because now you think you're going to get your bigger SUV. Well, we could have had both. We don't need to be nasty to the Model X. Anyway, I thought I could talk about it and maybe not be so emotional, but I was wrong. And I care about what other people think, actually a lot. But in this thing, I think I'm just going to take a few days and be upset.
Grieve.
Seriously. Well, I put thousands of hours into making videos supporting Tesla. I have stood up for Elon when other people were upset with him. I can only think of 2 occasions I was upset with him, and that is way low in comparison to other people. So I'm a definite pro Elon and have been. I spent all the time driving on traffic aware cruise control, autopilot, FSD supervised, FSD beta, all that stuff. So I've been a staunch advocate of autonomy. We've bought stock. Don's like, should we buy more stock? Yes. Let's buy more stock. No, Don, don't sell the stock. We have these discussions. I'm a part of them. I'm just saying, I might have a lot of opinions, but we've owned 4 Teslas. We've got Tesla stock. We spent hours talking to people about why autonomy is important, Tesla is important, and all this other stuff. I do think I'm allowed to have an opinion, and I'm just still not over the announcement yesterday. I'll try to get there. I have Tesla friends that own a Tesla, people in our circle of friends, and they've been telling me for a while now that Elon's not interested in selling cars anymore. And I guess God bless America. It's a Dollar General tractor trailer with bad brakes or loud brakes. Anyway, I was very skeptical of that. And I've definitely moved on the measuring stick here a little closer to, wow, maybe the friends that said that are right. And I know Don agrees with me because it came out of his mouth 2 days ago. Here in Fuquay-Varina, North Carolina, we're not going to have robo-taxis in the next 5 years. That wasn't exactly how Don said it, but basically Don was implying it's going to be a while. And the people, I totally get the big metropolitan areas. It's going to happen super fast. I'm actually counting on it happening for Johnny, who's never going to drive. It means he's going to have to live in a city farther away from mom, a little ways away from mom, but he's going to be relying on that kind of a service to get him to and from work, to and from where he's got to go. So I'm not against it. I just don't think it's happening here super quick. Raleigh, yes, Fuquay is Well, how we're like 22 miles away from downtown Raleigh, but not here.